Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. I know, who'd have thought? Search for storage continues with a 7:30 AM stream. Long time since, isn't that? Ball. That storage brings a long way to walk. HQ. Right, across the map. Can't deal with that. Let's make our way back towards home. Make storage in a minute. Can't really hang around. Okay, there we are. Let's bin off that one. We want it. Can't keep doing this. Need storage and I need it at home. Don't want to go run this far. Half the map. Carrying a barrel. Deadman's quick. On me. Okay. Stop. If he gets to me or not. He has. We'll do that. Yes, that'll teach you. So do we go mark? We do there. We'll leave that one. We're going to search. I think search this area, we search here, 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 which it's a long walk, but it's not as long as anything else. So we go for that one to start with, that mark there. Just don't have the space. If we don't get any storage, it's not going to improve much. And our choices are either we gun run or we find a freebie bit. If we gun run, then we can buy storage. Not a bad choice. We haven't been back to the house since 333. We need to do. So I need to build a little bit more. We need a platform where we'll like have an outside cooker and things, or a second room. So I haven't decided yet whether this will become the main base by Goblin. It's quite a good position. You've got a wall on one side, so it's harder to raid from that side. Might be a good use of resources to make this my main base. Just work out of here. 3 left. Yes, good. Right. Great running with the mouse. We could sell the FAMAS. Maybe the AK as well. Sell the FAMAS there. We've got 40 nails already. We sell the FAMAS another probably 40. That might be enough for some storage. Okay, let's run for trader. Push up to right here. Run for trader. Go that way round. That might work well. I like having an automatic weapon. I've got only 7.62. I have 39 on me. Good. So you can still use the rifle. Let's sell the AK as well. Not for now. We can just run with the AK single load. Get storage home and then actually go out and properly loot rather than survival loot all the time. It needs a locker or a wardrobe. So my aim is to do 2 streams a day for the next week. Morning stream, like that. Do the evening stream as well. I'm doing some content in between. There'll be some probably pre-recorded how to use DayZ Editor to make maps and do stuff, and that seems to go down well with my community. On the push for 300 clicks. Yeah, I mean we were at, what are we, 275 in my last check. I don't get updates as I'm streaming, so I only see it after the stream. It'd be nice to hit the 300 over the next week and a half. Actually, be good, be really good. Anything over that, yeah, massive food bonus. You carry on this 4K streaming. It's working really well. I'm really impressed. So I've had the monitor now a week, and my 3080 is doing it so well. It's clear to start with. So I understand it's capable of 4K, but would it do it? Don't know. I'm wasting money on a monitor that I wouldn't make use of yet. Handling it really well, especially in DayZ. So then I bought that sniper game, so I wanted to try something a bit more modern. I handled it fine. Nightingale, running at 4K. All this hype about I needed a 40 series, like 4070 Ti Super or above to run 4K at 60 FPS seems not to have come through for me. It might be different in the future, you know, when DayZ comes out, I realise that, or DayZ, sorry, comes out, I realise that I might need to do that at 4K. It might take a bit more oomph than I have. My screen will also do 1440p. So, good if that be the case that I can't run that at 4K, we'll run it at 1440. It will be fine. Or we'll do pre-recorded content so I can record a better graphics card. Ultimately, next year I will upgrade the graphics. When the 50 series comes out, I'll buy a 40 series card. And probably at the moment, either the 4070 Super Ti or the 4080. Probably the 70 Super Ti because arguably it's one hell of a bloody card. Bang for buck. Way outperforms. And that was the thing with my monitor, either I was going to get the card and play my own old monitor, or get the monitor and play my old card. The monitor won, pure and simply on the fact that I thought I'd take the risk on the 4080 and the 3080 running 4K. It's doing it fine. I'll keep quiet now and do it again. I need to get this coffee down my neck, don't I? Calm down. We also, as part of our upgrade map, I want to build some of these ponds. I want to build stuff in them, stuff for people to find, loot. I've got some ideas. Some of these ponds up north, little lakes. I think we're going to do some villages on the lake, so it feels like as the zombies were closing in, they retreated to the lake to try and put some security in and fight back. That's a third game. And then in the big sea down south, down here somewhere, I've got an idea of putting in a series, something here or something here. The here's looking good because it's a big open expanse. We've got a trader nearby, so it might not be the best place. But something maybe here, maybe a naval camp here, and then some oil rig installations up through here or here. And what I want to do is link them. So you go on to the first one, you'll be able to loot it. But to get to the second one onwards, you'll need to use a swipe card, which is the same swipe card you can use for other things, but you'll have to start making choices of where you go. That we need to fix. We need to fix little gaps like that with rocks, because it doesn't look right. See, I've stuck inside the boulder there. Badly done. Shouldn't be able to go inside that. So I'm going to finish off some work here. That looks really good, and then the next bit doesn't. We really want to go wet. Because my character is dry at the moment, I have to stay that way. after is another 556 slot bug, like one that you can sell. Or a better rucksack. Combat 42 slotter, mine's 72. So goodbye. Another Lamazmag would be useful. 25 round mags. Actually, if you're going to go to the AK, keep the AK, then in all honesty, an AK mag would be useful. Delete our marker. We're trying to sell stuff here. Buy storage. I don't know how we're going to fit it in yet, but maybe when we sell the FAMAS and the rifle potentially, that goes on our back. Might be able to fit some storage in, do a bit of jiggery, moving around, getting rid of a water bottle, etc. Ultimately, we do need some storage. Anything will do. Something we can keep in the base. So it's quite tempting to make this base up north that I've got my main base. About 5 toe blocks. Build something quite nice up here. Easy to get to from spawn when you die. Really useful. Quite close to fishing areas. Not on any point of interest, so no reason for anybody to go there. Then just have a one-tap base down south, which is used as a transit base. You can bin off the second base, or put up the second base up in the snow. Obviously there's more work involved in that, but it's really a bad thing. Also, once we've got a base up and running, we can start to then look at food production, proper security walls in place. Essentially built up where we are, so 3 stories high. Sort of thinking is we have a double box where we are, so kind of box onto it. Like an L shape. Stairs going up, which is then live on top somehow. Route exchange. Right as well. Perfect. 6 now. The fun starts. Need the ammo. Can't really carry the mag. Happy with that. Good pair of footwear. Look, 556. Berry. Shame they never remodeled these, so they're all Livonia. Could have done with remodeling them so they look for the map that you were playing. Wouldn't be so difficult to do. You need to find a way of getting an image into the game to change those over. It's so nice to do. I think the aim is certainly sell the mouse. Maybe sell the rifle. Keep the ammo. The moment move to a single shot. Okay. No mag for it. So that brings the AK onto my back. We will find a mag at some point for the AK. Reluctant to sell the rifle. Interesting. Some water here. Yesterday. So I've only got 2 bottles. Actually, probably dumped the third when I was preparing to go into here. Actually, when I went fishing, did I go fishing here? Probably. The only about that is it's going to jacket. It's only a pillbox. Could be worth having a look at. Might find an AK mag. Seems to solve all our problems. Okay, field vest. Conditions mining, skin black. I like the black one, but that covers up ourselves better at the moment. Don't need seeds, but we need paper potentially. That we certainly need. No, it's a risk. I realise it's a risk. Need changes the game. And we're keeping the 527. We don't need an AK mag anymore. Okay. Can't carry spare, but what we can do is bin off the one we've got. That's bin off that one. That one. Trigger of Zeds at the moment. We'll take ammunition out of that. Food in a second as well. I can buy apples from the trader. Fine. People are looting this place. Look at that. So just do a bit of admin management while we're here. I'm going to be selling this for Maz. We need to get the ammo out of it. Possible. Yeah, slots basically. That bit of emergency food, let's eat that now. That. Might have to dump the AK. Realise that. This is the storage run. What this is all about. Getting a locker. I think we'll do. so we don't have to carry everything on us all the time. Get more stamina. We can loot the stuff we need. Make life a lot safer. Yeah, so as I was saying, the aim is to put some points of interest in all over the map, in areas that people can't build in. There's water, base features. See, that's something else I need to patch. Gap there. I need to know where I am on the map to patch it. Give me a second. So, map. Up. Take a photo. Good enough for me. That means that then I'll be able to work out where that gap is, and we can get that blocked up. Get it working correctly. It's because I would have, when I blocked it, when I put the thing in, I put the thing too far out, and it's in the land, it doesn't exist, so it's not drawing it in. Where if I bring it forward a little bit, what I should have done on reflection is built all this lot in the water. It would have all worked fine then. And that might be what I do, is delete that wall out and bring it into the water. So it feels like more of a dried up riverbed. Trader supply package coming into airfield in 15 minutes. That. Massive. So I start with that. Right. As I thought we could sell. It's on my back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, can't be sold. But now we can stick that on our backs. Pick up some space. What can we buy storage-wise? Base building, what we got? Wardrobe. We need to get that into there. Not inside here. That. Get out of here. Get into the bush. Road sorted. Hi, Ryan. Oh, fully realised it, mate. Fully realised it. When I placed items in there, I knew what I was doing. I just wanted to see whether players would use them. It means if somebody wants to be friendly, they can drop stuff off. Or if players are building a trade, you know, they're in Discord, they're like, well, you run into the trader now, put it inside the fridge. Okay, I've seen you leave, now I'll go in and pick it up. Or if you've got excess meat, you could pop it in there. That's badly done. That needs to be fixed. Terrain is really badly done. I need a little bit of terrain fixing to be done here. My friend picked it up and placed it on the trader's head. Yeah, that's the trouble with placing assets in. But even if they do that on the restart, it'll place it back where it should be. So if people play with it, they can do. And if someone steals it, they steal it, it'll just despawn. So if players decide to steal it with a screwdriver, take it home, put it in their base, fill it with food, when they next log in, it will despawn. I'll have a log that says it was stolen from the trader. And then if somebody says to me, oh, my fridge has gone with everything inside, I'll be like, okay, let me have a look at the logs. Your fridge? Where did you get it from? The trader. Okay, did you buy it? Yes. Well, the trader doesn't sell fridges. So did you steal it from the trader? Maybe. Oh, well, best you go and find a new one. You know? When we build some of our future content, I can have things like weapons spawn in after every restart on the floor in a base. So we could build an end room that had high quality weapons in. Get into this bush here and we'll do a bit of admin sorting. That means that after every restart, that room would be full of loot. And it would just respawn. Right, that on the floor. Let's work out how we're going to bin off for the moment. That gets that in. That we have to have. That we've still got an AK at the moment, haven't we? Spare water bottle. Don't need. That. Eat the multi-bit. Yeah, I mean, as in collapse it. But you'd have a long way to walk back with it in your hand, wouldn't you? Not leaving anything important on the ground. No, don't need that. That's more useful at the moment. That. AK. Don't have any even ammo for the AK, so. Do we? No, we don't. Okay, happy with that. Make our way to the Livonia Tower. And me doing an early morning stream, it's unheard of. Good stream last night though. But when I got to that point that it was time to turn off, I'd had enough. Yeah, it was time for sleep. There's an airdrop due in on here. I've got to work out whether we can get a code lock out of it. If we can get a second code lock, sharpening stone. massive. Yeah. I don't, mate. I don't. But I also find it highly amusing when they do, and then it despawns, and they're trying to work out how to open a ticket that says I stole it from the trader, and it's despawned. I just, it's the what? How do I try and explain what I've done? That's what I find amusing. Come on. Airdrop is due. Hit. There. Come. There are other players on the map currently, so I have to be a little bit wary. We got rid of the fog as well. Nice. Unfortunately, it's back to raining again, and I've worked out now what the problem is. So when we put the override in, that's put it to the new BI way of doing things with weather. When we took the override out, it goes back to what the game developer wanted. So no fog, but lots of rain. So I need to work out a compromise. Not quite there yet, but we will. And it will be test a compromise. I think an hour of rain a day. How far away is our airdrop? Can't be that far away. I realise we've got no resources to go for this airdrop. But getting a second code lock out of it would be really useful. Don't know where we'd put it. Quite. BI brought in a update 2 months ago that whenever you're near water, you get a lot more fog. Now we think in the community that the update, they didn't talk about it in the beta for the update, so on the early access bit, whatever they bloody call it, the bit where you can test the update, the fog wasn't there. Then they rolled it out, the update 1.24 or 2.3, 1.23 dropped, and in there was all this fog. And any questions about it, they've just sort of not answered. And we think, and this is only a think, that it's been put in to increase the FPS on console. Because by having more fog, you can't see as far. The game doesn't have to render so much in. So FPS on PlayStation and Xbox increases. Because they're only playing vanilla maps. So the more fog gives them more FPS. Because at the same time, they put the controls in for PC owners to turn it all off. So we think it's an FPS way of making consoles have more FPS. But we just wish they'd spoken about it a bit more and explained what they were doing. Compensation for render issues. Yeah, basically. 200 meters. So 200. And which does make sense. Which does make sense because PC doesn't need it. PC doesn't need it, but console needed a way of increasing frame rate. Especially with what they've potentially got planned in the future. And that's why it's there. So I do get why it's there. And I get that we've got the ability of turning it off and altering it. But altering it is not an easy science because it's not like fog on, fog off, minimum fog on. It's all about percentages and what time you want it spawning in and spawning out. And that's all based then upon the time that you set for the server to run and what time you want day and what time you want night. And and linking it with other things like early morning. And it's a lot of data to work your head around. But that's what I think it's for. Okay, so there's our trade. There's our package. There's our Zeds. We don't have the ammo to take them all. Okay, let's go home. Got this wardrobe off. And then carry on looting. No, I haven't. All I've played on the PS5 was I bought PS5 and Battlefield, one of the Battlefields. Originally, I got the PS5 because I was going to get the PS5 VR. I really liked the look of it. But no, I haven't got the space here really to run VR. And I had an Oculus, and I sold my Oculus to one of the guys at work who's anti-gaming but pro VR gaming. It isn't gaming, quote unquote. It's VR, it's not gaming. Oh, alright then. We believe you. So then the PS was packed up, put in the box, and never been used since. And I conned myself into thinking, well, I'll use it for Blu-rays. But I don't watch TV, really. If I want to watch a film, I watch it on Amazon. And I don't very often do it. I play games. That's my entertainment. So now I'm at this point where the PS5 was, what would it cost me, $499? And I'd be lucky to get 200 quid for it now, realistically. And I've got my old monitor, which new was $399, but probably worth £100 second hand. So if I can get 300 notes for the monitor at the PS, then I'd be happy. If anything, I could just live off that money-wise for the month for food and bits and pieces, and leave my salary in my bank account. Pay off some debt with it. But I know what will actually happen. I'll get it, I'll pay off some debt. No one watches TV. Occasionally there'll be some. So there's certain things I watch. I watch Dragon's Den religiously on BBC iPlayer. I watch England playing rugby religiously on whatever channel it's on. That's about it. That is really just about it. It's a Omen 32-inch curve 144. No, yeah, no, 188 I think it goes up to, but it will run 120 for PlayStation and Xbox. I can put 201 monitor PS5 and a monitor for 300 in price I can move with. Yeah, and that's how I see it. Is I think that, and I'll sell it on. You know, I understand how to play the game. It'll be done on Facebook Marketplace. So if I want 300 for it, I'll put it at. I'll do a really nice advert. Put it at 360, and let people knock 60 quid off the price. I get how you play the game. I used to sell on eBay for a living. People want a bargain. People want to feel they're getting a discount. So yeah, if I can get about 300 notes for it with the game as well, I'll throw in whatever Battlefield games with it. The console's been used about twice. It's in pristine condition. Yes, it's got about 2 months left to run on the warranty, but still, maybe 3 months. Gonna need to eat on the way home, so we might as well eat up here. While the weather's nice. I'll play that. Start raining now. It's a curved monitor, remember, and you don't know whether you want curved or not. Yeah. But thank you. We'll see where we are in a month's time. Okay. What I'll do is after the stream, I'll drag off the monitor spec sheet so you can see exactly what it is, and I know exactly where I am with it. The curvature on it, it's got blue screen as well, so you've got that automatic blue screen tint so it doesn't hurt your eyes at night. Oh, a pair of fucking boots. Bloody game. Which is really good for me. I wear glasses, but prior to it, you know, I used to get a lot of headaches. I've got the same on this screen now, anti-blue screen. It does make a difference. It allowed me, that screen, happily to do 1440p on streaming without any issues. Actually, it's a really nice screen. I just wish at the time that I bought it, I hadn't bought it and I got myself a 4K monitor. But I was like, oh, I don't think my graphics card will do 4K well enough. Until I started researching it. Actually, until I did the video, I put that video up, that grey zone video of the 4K content, and rather than get my like 20 views a day that I used to get with my videos, I got like 2,000 views in 3 days, and I was like, maybe I need to do 4K content. And then I started researching, would my 4080 handle 4K well enough in DayZ? Obviously based upon graphics card and CPU and RAM all combined, and everything I got was like, yeah, you'll get 60 FPS without a problem. And then once I worked out I could get 60 FPS without an issue, another pair of boots. Fucking game. Yeah, so once I'd worked out I could do, it was saying that you'll get between 80 and 140 FPS in most games, and even in Cyberpunk, if I wanted to play that, I would still get over 60 FPS. So I was like, okay, I can do it now. Right, we've had enough of pairs of boots. Give me a fish. I guess that's when my rig was still your rig. No, did I run? No, I didn't have that screen when I had that way round. I had a different screen. Actually a better screen that I was getting. So I get some graphic problems on my screen when I'm in Windows, and I thought my monitor was broken. She would. I get strange little checkered patterns appear occasionally. So I scrapped a really, really, really good screen and bought the Omen, thinking that the screen was at fault. And then the same problem started happening with the Omen. Like, oh, I've just wasted all that money buying the new screen from the old one. Actually do. So then I started looking into it further, and it's a 30, 70, 80 and 90 problem. But it isn't an issue. It's an issue when the Windows issue, when you're running the screens in low res. Basically, it's the easiest way of describing it. It's fine. It's what it is. It's that lock. Now I need a bit of bark. Bark, not in firewood. That's good firewood. Get some bark. and it doesn't happen on every 3080. It's one of those random nightmare things. It doesn't happen in gaming. It only happens when you're in Windows mode. When I posted the clip of the bug in Discord, how stretched my game was really obvious. Pretty obvious. But if that's how you play it, it's not a problem. That works for you, mate. I understand a lot of people do it. Everyone plays differently. It's not really an issue, is it? You know, I've had people tell me that when I turn on my nighttime mode that I'm cheating. And I'm just giving that nighttime mode to the people that are watching. And they're like, oh, you're running filters. Everyone's different. I could see it was stretched. And I understand why you play it stretched. A lot of people do. Yeah, and maybe going to 1440p, so you're running at whatever that is in pixels. It will, because it is a widescreen monitor, it's with a slight curve, it would be fine. Yeah. It's the same when you go to curve. When you first go to curve, you're like, this is weird. And then once your brain gets used to it, because you've got this slight curve that's in line with what the curve of the eyeball is, it fools your brain into thinking it's more 3D than it is. Basically, that's what a curved screen does. It fools your brain into thinking that it's more 3D than it really is. Which is really useful. When I first moved back to this new screen that I got last Saturday that's not curved, my brain saw the screen the other way round, so it was curved the wrong way, because I wasn't used to running a gaming screen that wasn't curved. But it took about 3 days for my brain to work out that it was a flat screen, and now I'm fine with it. But the next monitor I get, which won't be a few years now, will be a 4K curved. The difference was 4K flat cost me $550. The same screen curved would have been $850. And that's a big difference for the curve. It's something you have to test. Curved screen is nice though, once you get your head around it. The games that we play, Scum, DayZ, FPS games, it works really well. It's fine in other stuff. It works alright in Windows. A little bit's going to keep getting hot. get a little boost to the old sleep. If you can. We're dry and warm. We get 75 on this, shouldn't we? Daytime. Can't sleep past that sort of level. There we are. Got everything. Good. Go home. Happy with that. Fair run, but then we can dump stuff off. Stick the wardrobe up, hopefully stick some stuff inside it. Knowing my luck, it won't hold anything useful. There's methods in my madness. I realise it's a long run, but stick the Parabergen inside a lot of storage, and I can take out the Combat Bergen to loot with, or vice versa. Wardrobe is going to have a rucksack slot, isn't it? Probably. So I'll be fixing this area probably in the next couple of days, but not on stream. I want to get all of this, the little gaps there that don't look right, fixed. So whether this is like vertical, it shouldn't be. Put some rocks in, make it feel a bit more real. And fixing the wall down, fixing the wall that I have built that needs to be brought into the river more. I mean, this looks really good, but it needs fixing. These areas that are too vertical, too straight liney. And you might find running at, say, 1440p at a good hertz does the job fine for you. And it has other features on the monitor that you would like. It has one of those built-in crosshairs. Wardrobe may be too cheap, but I would leave it until it's been bought for a few times. I'm starting to work out that the traders need to change some of the prices. Watching Nerg's stream and seeing how much money he's making and how easy it has been for him to upgrade his base. The traders are going to, over this weekend, have a price change. It should be easy-ish to build a wooden base. To upgrade that base to metal or concrete should be expensive if you want to use the traders to do it, rather than find the stuff in the world and do it yourself. There should be players that use the traders are using a shortcut to get to where they need to get to, so it should be an expensive shortcut. So I realise that all the prices need to go up. So it will be going up in, well, probably after this stream. The trader prices will alter. And it will make life harder for myself because I've only got a wooden box up, but I don't mind that. One of the problems I had was I can't set the traders buying off you any item more expensive than 99 nails, because what the game does is it sticks 99 nails in a slot. Say the traders will buy a weapon off you for 300 nails. What it would do is it would stick 99 nails in your rucksack, and it wouldn't know what to do with the other 201 nails, whatever it is. So it would just delete them. So you wouldn't get the 300 nails for it, you'd just get 99. So then I thought I needed to make items cheaper, but actually I'm working out that it's not too difficult to do gun running. I'm also going to put a suggestion into the chat about getting rid of the beehive stuff, because people aren't using it, they're just using weapon running and acquiring nails as a way. And if we then got rid of the beehives, it would mean the stuff that we do have would spawn in more, because it's taking up industrial slots. So you'd get more barbed wire, you'd get more metal wire, and now we can get nails via that. You don't naturally need the beehives. So it will go into suggestions to see what people think. And then potentially be replaced with, if we did that, I'd replace it with maybe searching of trash cans. So you could search trash cans for rubbishy little bits of food and a single nail and a half-eaten packet of crisps, that sort of stuff. Or the searching of items inside houses, like you can go into a house and search for stuff that's already in a house. And I can, like scum searching, and then I can have a percentage chance of what you would potentially get out of a property. So one of those two would come in instead. I just wouldn't set the loot, what you could find on that, as massive, but it would be, you could find like items you'd expect to find in a house. And it would be a reason to spend time inside properties actually searching them. I wouldn't put them both in, but And that won't have an impact on mods, because what it does, it just loads the mod. Then I have a JSON file that sits in the background that says, these are the items that you might find and the percentage chances. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a really cool idea, but it's too easy to make nails now, gun running. Why would people build that stuff? And getting rid of it is so simple. You know, all I do is I wait for when there's a restart at whatever time of night, all I do is I say, right guys, this restart's gonna, rather than the server restarting at 6 PM, the server's gonna go down at 5:50. Delete mod, delete the stuff out the table, put in mod, reboot server, bang, up. People have lost 10 minutes, and then I just delete out the types, and then the other stuff I can build in the background. Server can be up and running with a JSON, and it just then initiates it on the next restart. And at least it would put things in that people would use, but I'll need to put it in suggestions and see what people think. What I wanted, I didn't want drugs, because everybody has drugs on their server as a way of making money. But I wanted something, which is where the beehive thing came from. I like the idea of you have to go to the hassle of catching bees and looking after them and having a suit and doing all of that stuff, where actually it's probably not needed. People are going to build a base and they're going to put in arguably a greenhouse maybe outside with within their walled compound and grow a bit of food. They're going to shoot, they're going to fish, they're going to loot a little bit of food to keep in their fridge. They're not going to go through growing bee, keeping bees as well. Have you ever run a server locally for yourself? Yes. I get as far as learning how to do that, but I'm unsure about making a server available to anyone but myself for security. I wouldn't know how to do that bit. I can do a local. I know how to turn DayZ into single player. So it runs offline in single player mode. So the problem I have is when I'm loading a mod like this, I can do it with Chinaris and Bonia. I'm less able to know how to do it yet. I haven't learned for myself how to do it. I want to get rid of sleeping bags as well, but conversation I need to have with everybody. I want to get rid of some of the shit loot. It'll probably stay in for the moment. That stuff, if we get rid of beehives, we'll be fine. And the other stuff is, it's a simple JSON. I know it works. And I can control more what you can find. And they have added problems. So if you search a trash can without wearing a face cover and gloves, you've got a chance of catching zombie disease off it. Which again, I like stuff like that, you know me. Where are we? We're getting nearly home. Not really. We've got 1, 2, 3 Ks to go roughly. 3 that's, yeah. Yeah. I could do, if I can work out how to do it. At the moment, I have for another day a second server. Because I was originally paying for this server monthly. And then when I decided that we would have it for a year, I cancelled the monthly one, bought a year in one go, because I got a 15% discount by buying a year. And then the 15% discount I used to take the RAM from 8 gigs of RAM to 14 gigs, and the processor from a 3.2 to a 3.6. Zombie age to DayZ. Yeah, there you go. So I quite like the trash can searching one. I think it fits into the end of the world, along with what the items you put in trash cans are stuff that people would discard. What it's very good at doing is it will give you a damaged can of sardines that when you open it, you only get one mouthful out of it, and there's a chance of it being off. So it quite fits into this world. You know, 10 years after the outbreak, it might give you one nail. You might get a damaged round of 5.56. They're not high quality stuff, but they're all little items that you might need. I can put items in there that would help you as a fresh spawn. But I need to put it into suggestions, walk through my logic with people, see what they think, and explain why beehives I don't think is working. I know it's only been here a week, and people haven't had enough time to build bases, but the one person that was like, oh, you're going to have beehives, I guarantee I'm going to play your server, it's going to be amazing, oh great, I'm going to be able to look after bees, hasn't been on the server. And everyone else was like, oh, it's a cool idea. Something different, but nothing. I just can't see people doing it because gun running's so easy. So I'd rather have mods that people are going to use, which frees up the loot table, the loot people want. You know, I'm not going to add in any new monsters. That's not me. Potentially, we might have some, not this wipe, but next wipe, I might put in an added animal pack, because there is code in DayZ already for the foxes. They've already put the code into the back end for the foxes. So potentially there'll be foxes coming at some point this year, maybe. So someone's already done a mod to initiate them, and then you can have fox and it's moving around, which again will attack you. Like a wolf, not quite as aggressive as a wolf, but would fit into this European map we're playing, having sort of foxes on the map. I'm never going to put in DayZ snake, because I can't stand snakes. Or DayZ spider. It doesn't really fit into my world that I build. I think the zombies are fine as people zombies. We don't need to put any special zombies in. But more dangerous wildlife would fit in. Talking of more dangerous wildlife, I see dinner. If I had a net macro, no. If you want to have auto run and use it for macro, use it. I wouldn't see that as cheating. That's no different than someone having something that weighs down the shift key and W at the same time. I don't have a problem with people doing it. What I see as cheating and what I'm worried about is proper cheating. Glitching into a base or duping items. If Battle Eye saw it as cheating, and I have no way of knowing that, then what I would do is I would whitelist you. So it would still let you onto the server. But I don't know what Battle Eye sees as cheating or what Battle Eye doesn't see as cheating. But if Battle Eye has a problem with any of my players that I trust, then what I can do is I can put you into a list so on this server Battle Eye ignores you. And there are things I'm doing in the background to limit the players we have on here. If someone has had there you are. I'm trying to do it with coins. There you go. If someone's had a ban within the last 12 months, they can't even see the server. If a ban has been past 12 months, it gets flagged to me, and what I then do is I stick them into a flagged list and I monitor them for about a week, and I fly around in invisible mode and watch what they're doing. If they suddenly build a base and it's full of gear 24 hours later, I ban them. But if they're behaving themselves, then I take them out of the watch list and let them play the game. And we've got 2 players on the server that have had bans before that I know of. Worry about that. I have a question spoken for art. It's widely accepted across the community. I used to play Ark. The original, when it first came out, not the remodel. And really, I think it was probably my first big multiplayer game. But I went away on a course with the army, and when I came back, I said to the team, I'm away for a week. They're like, yeah, okay, not a problem. I said, I'll be back like next Saturday. And I said, okay, yeah. Got back next Saturday. They'd moved base, and I was like, right, where are you guys? Well, you went off for a week. And I was like, yeah, I told you I was going. Yeah, but you weren't here. Yeah, you knew that I was going away. Yeah, but you weren't here. We've moved. You're no longer in our team. I'm like, okay. That's the end of my Ark experience. Right, power of the open field, protect me. Yeah, so I wouldn't have a problem with you running a macro to do it. It's no different, I've got a button on... I've got a little screen above my keyboard with, like a Stream Deck, but built into my keyboard. It's the best way of looking at it. And one of the buttons I have on there is on servers that you can do, like sledgehammer raiding, it's the equivalent of holding down the left-hand mouse button for 20 minutes. So what it does is it allows me to raid a door with a sledgehammer without having to hold down the left-hand mouse button. And what's the difference? Yeah, there isn't any. Cookie has something he balances on his mouse. Irish has something they balance on their mouse to hold down the left-hand mouse button when they're raiding with sledgehammers. A macro's no different. if anything, auto running and not thinking that you're auto running is, you know, people that pick up like what I'm doing now. A lot of people would put a macro on and just walk away and do other things. Well, oh, we've got a connection issue. Gone red. Wait where we are. Wait for the server to die. There we are. Let's see if it's a server issue or a me issue. I'm going to check a second. We'll wait till we can log back in. Have to wait that minute. Okay, it's showing the server is offline. Why? Okay, server issue. Okay, it's running. Okay. Let's join. I think that was potentially a Steam blip. Okay, yeah, we're back in. We also geo block countries that I don't wish to have access to the server. So we eliminate potential problems for me with what I do for a living. See, there's certain countries in the world that I can't deal with, so they're geo-blocked. I also block people that are connecting via VPNs, because obviously people will use that if they've had a ban to get around the ban. And I don't have a problem with people running VPNs, but they'd need to contact me on Discord and say, I'm running a VPN. And I'd look at whitelisting them if I trusted them. I geo-block if multiple people from the same IP address are all trying to connect. Stop people having 5 accounts and running the other 4 as mules. We have to be careful. Right, home. How are we doing on nails? It's alright. So, did we pick up a screwdriver? We did. Right. Now we've got everything's grown back. We can sort a few things out. Deauthorize. Not letting us. Okay, we can't pick it up at the moment. Okay, I think that's coming in a patch. Okay, that's fine. I can live. Oh, it won't allow. Deauthorize. Gonna let me pick it up? No. Okay. Authorize. Okay, so that's a patch that we're waiting for. Let me move the computer. It's annoying, but that's life. We're probably going for a new mod. Wardrobe time. Yeah, happy with that. Needs to cost more. Agree with you. That's far too much storage. G1 to G8, never used in almost 2 years. So if it's a Corsair keyboard with G1 to G8, if you download the... they do something where it's like a mini version of Stream Deck that will work on those G keys, and then you can build the macros in that. They're not difficult to do. We don't need that with us. We don't need the blueprint. Keep that. We'll keep that with us. We'll keep the ammo. That's our only weapon we're taking out. We need the map. We don't need the screwdriver. We do need the water bottle. Don't need the 7.62. Do need the knife. We do need purification, so we're out the ground. We do need the bandages. We do need the pistol. We've got no ammo. We don't need the spare battery. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need the AK. Fishing rod on our back. Nicely protected. We've got 7 days, 23 hours and 59 minutes of protection on the base at the moment, based upon where we are. Yeah, no, it's something else. It is Corsair. I'll look it up for you, mate, and send you over some links to program the G keys. But it works like Stream Deck, and it might be Stream Deck software that you use, because Corsair and Elgato are the same company. It could be, actually, it could be the Stream Deck software, and it will find your keyboard and see the G keys and let you program them. I've got them on my keys. I've got G1 to G6 on my left-hand side, and you can program them like you would a Stream Deck. So you could have the bit that I have that changes the gamma. You could have that happen on your main screen. You could have other bits, and you could have your macro. You could have other stuff that happened, the raiding button, and you could all do it then via that. And it's easy to do. It's this is the action I want, linked to this key to work in this way for this many seconds, or continuously. And then you press the key and it does it. So we've now got space. The whole new world. Look at that. We can go out looting at last. So we're going to pop down to start looking for stuff. We should do. We need tools. We need to expand. If we're going to stay living here, this is our main base, then I need to come here, round here, and actually have the way out probably there. And then I need to go up and build a second layer to live in. Make this my final room. Can you get in behind here? You can, so you could raid from all sides. And then I need to put a proper compound wall round here, because then we could get a greenhouse inside. And with the second layer, I could stick the solar panel up there running off the greenhouse, and we could build a proper little kitchen upstairs, and a room for the bedroom, and a room for storage. This is our final room, potentially. Yeah, looting time. think it might be the Stream Deck software because it is the same company. I don't use mine, but I think they probably do work in there. I'll as I said, after the stream, I'll check and see where we are. It is the same software. It's just you don't have the icons on there. You just have it understands it. I can probably look at it now. Give me a second. Bring up the Stream Deck. No, I can't see it in there, but it will be somewhere. But I'll look it up for you, mate. Send you the stuff over. Not a problem. You might have to remind me that I'm going to do that, because you know what my brain's like. Fishing lake. That will pop over there. Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm terrible at remembering things. Oh, that was stupid. Vocals? Is it a Corsair keyboard you're running? I'm guessing so. Looking for tools, really, because we want to expand the base. Or anything we can turn into nails. That's got to be our priority. K57, but I'll have to check model. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, we'll take a spare fishing hook every time. Spare axe we'll certainly have, because we don't have any sharpening stones at the moment. We will need them to expand the base. Need to keep clear as dead as possible. Sorry that, we've got shed loads of them. I need to go in there and search it. Oh well. Hello Mr. Z. Nice to meet you. Corsair mouse to the RGB dark mode Pro. The middle mouse button has completely stopped working, but I like the mouse so much. Just rebound scrolling to my side buttons. I use a Corsair, one of the Pro mouses. I get through one every 2 years. They're amazing mice. Corsair are really good at some things, not so good at others, but keyboard and mice, they're amazing at. Hello, don't need to talk to you today. Okay, you want to talk to me, okay. Can't risk that. We'd end up getting knocked out or worse. So yeah, so the trader's going to get pricing change today. We'll put the suggestion about the beehive stuff in. And off stream, I'll do some work on fixing some more bits of the map. I need to record the first episode about how to use DayZ Editor on the PC. Well, when you get used to it, I love my Corsair mices. Nice. But I also have one of those Corsair mouse mats that cost more than a small country that fills the whole desk. That you can have lit up, but I don't have it lit up, I just have it so all my desk is a mouse mat. That. A little bit of food. There you go. Second pair of pliers, we'll have them. Cleaning that, all of that mag. Yeah, so, yeah, basically my whole desk is covered. And it's so nice. For a long time, I dealt with a small one that just covered the keyboard, basically, and mouse at the end. But this was not cheap for the Corsair version. There are cheaper versions out there. I don't plug the LED stuff in, just not me. My LEDs in my case are pure and simply used as a warning for when my system's overheating. See, you didn't have to cut me up. So if we had that other mod, what you'd do now is you could search these, which could be quite nice. Again, if people wouldn't use it, I wouldn't bother putting it in. I'm happy not to have it, just happy to take out the beehive stuff that people aren't running. People are gun running. Maybe instead we'll make leather goods worth money. So people can produce leather using the vanilla mechanic. So then there's a reason to go hunting, other than just food. Yeah, it's Corsair though, isn't it? It's like, let's put RGB on everything. Whereas I wanted the RGB for my case, because what I have is, so basically if my graphics card or CPU overheat, they flash red at me. Farms here. It's going to be the mining area. So that one to start with. I've got to find the way in. I don't remember where it is. There that we want to get to. Come on, baby. Nice having Stan at the back. This is my favourite cave system in here, in DayZ, on any map, when I can find the way in. So well done. We'll have some 308. I understand it's 762, but 762 and 308 are the same round. So you'll often find people will build, cover up this entrance, and then they'll have this as their base in here. That you can't pick up, it's all just props. That gives you then your own free military loot area. Might not be hides here, but it's still here. And 2 cave systems. I only found the second one by accident. Just the first one. And food can, certainly. Second one, which I had no idea it was here. I was like, oh, that's just amazing. It's up here. I can have that. That's a game changer now. Let's go home and expand base time. It's not, but I just love the fact that we've got this other piece up the top of the scaffolding. Nobody ever climbs scaffolding in DayZ. I wish I could find the model for this open door version of this. You could so use it. Another cave system. Nah, a bit glitchy. They're like floating rocks, but so work well as a base. So when I first played on vanilla, on this map on vanilla, someone had vanillaed off all of that. And then in here, you could just see their flag. And then their base was in here. But you could on here, because you can't build inside buildings, but you could build your base inside here and wall off that. And by the time you concreted it and built a little airlock out the back, such a good little base location. That's the first cave location. Now the other cave that I know about isn't as good, but again would make an amazing base location. We'll go there now. And they do spawn weapons in there like shotguns and unknown food cans. Like we got all the time, and I'm happy with that because it's reasonably close to spawn grounds, so people that know about it, it gives them the option. If we delete that one off, we'll go for that one. I love underground stuff that lets you build underground. If the weather was like this all the time, this would be awesome. No rain. This is perfect. That's the other way of doing it. Check weather. Today we are on the 16th. No, we're on the 10th of July. So if we made it the 10th of July every day, we'd get the same weather. If rather than advancing like we are, we just keep it on the 10th of July, we'd keep this weather pattern. Long way home to walk that barrel. Now this is counted as military. Why have we got military Zeds around? Come to me. More importantly, we don't need the shotguns. Can't sell these shotguns. Don't need two of them. Or you currently can't sell them, because my traders are a law unto themselves. Guessing this used to have a military something on it, which is why the military spawn in here. This would make a nice little place to put a baby barracks, wouldn't it? We've got some military Zeds here. Not a full-on barracks, but maybe guard hut, some barbed wire, something that looks over that. So you get some little bit of military loot here. Might be quite nice. So with this big panel, this big gap, I could make an underground area here. Without too much difficulty. Because we could put a slab over the top of this, block it off with rocks and have a route down. Might be be interesting. Right, I'm going to find somewhere to log out, guys. It's 9:30. I need to have some breakfast. I will be back later to carry on this adventure. You get clear enough of the Zeds when we spawn in. We haven't got friends with us straight away. And I want to go and sort out the trader stuff. And Ryan, I'll have a look straight away for your bits and pieces. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later.